I'm Natalia Bonner. Welcome back. Okay, I'm really excited again to be here and share this fun video with you. Okay, so this cool border design that I'm going to be quilting here today is actually on my brand new class sample. So I have a brand new class coming out that's called Let's Stitch Millie's Favorite. So in this class, I'm going to be teaching you 12 different ways to machine quilt the Millie's Favorite quilt block. It's so much fun. This block consists of a lot of half square triangles. So if you are looking for ideas for half square triangles or even pinwheels, this class is going to be perfect for you. You can find all the details for this class over on our website, peaceandquilt.com. But before I do start stitching here today, I want to tell you just a couple of the products that I am using. So I'm going to be doing all my quilting here on my Gamble 22-inch machine. Of course, this is hand-guided quilting, and yes, I will be using my 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler, which you can also pick up on our website, peaceandquilt.com. But the other thing that I'm really excited about here is the batting that I'm using. So I'm using one layer of the Quilter's Dream wool batting here. That batting creates so much extra texture and just makes me happy. I love the wool batting. So you can also pick that up, plus the thread, all the other yummy notions over on our website, peaceandquilt.com. But for now, let's hop over to my machine and let's get stitching. Borders can be such a fun place to really show off your machine quilting, and like this design here, play around with your free motion quilting and your ruler work. I'm quilting this design here in the outside border for my brand new class sample. My brand new class is called Millie's Favorite. So in this class, I am teaching you 12 different ways to use machine quilting rulers and free motion quilting and machine quilt 12 versions of the Millie's Favorite quilt block. But today, I want to show you a fun way to quilt a border. Now, I am going to be using a little bit of a high contrast thread here so that you can see it on camera and so that it'll really pop. When you're starting out, a lot of times I like to work with a more neutral thread color, maybe a white, an off-white, something that would blend a little bit more. The ruler that I'm using here is my 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler with one of my Piece and Quilt pop socket ruler grips on the ruler. You can find all of these products and register for this class on our website, peaceandquilt.com. All right, so to stitch out this border, I am stitching it right here just along one side. On my corners, I will create more of a mitered corner, but today we're going to focus just on the side portion of this border design. Starting out, I'll stitch straight lines. So I'm going to stitch 3 lines that are all going to be evenly spaced 1/4 inch apart. To get even 1/4 inch spacing, I am using my Gamble quilting machine, and I have a ruler foot on my machine. Anytime you're machine quilting, using machine quilting rulers, you want to make sure you have a ruler foot on your machine. Now, from my needle position to the outside of that foot, it's 1/4 inch. So I'll hold my machine quilting ruler so that the side of the ruler is right on top of my previous stitch line. Then I'll stitch those 2 lines, there's actually 3 lines starting with the first one, evenly spaced, just using the side of that ruler as my measurement. Now when I get to the larger space, I am using the marking on my 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler, the 1-inch marking. I'll line that marking up right on top of my stitch line and then stitch the next line. So this is a great way to use your rulers, practice spacing, and practice using the measurements on the rulers. Once I've created that 1-inch space, then I like to fill it in with some ovals. You can fill this type of design in with any filler you want. Here I just chose to do the ovals. When I quilt my ovals, they are by no means perfect. They're long, and as I work my way up my border, you can see that I cross over at the top and then at the bottom on every other one to create that cool oval design. Once I filled in that section completely with those ovals, then I'll travel again and I'll stitch those straight lines 1/4 inch apart, evenly spaced 2 of those lines, and then the next one will be 1 inch. Once I have that complete, then I'll fill in again with those ovals, my imperfect ovals. And I'll continue working my way all the way across this border design. This is such a fun design. I love the way it turned out, and it creates so much interest here using this high contrast thread. Now in my sashing on this quilt, I will be back soon to share a new design that I'm going to quilt in the sashings. Most often when I am quilting a quilt though, I would use maybe a similar design in my sashing as my border, but on this quilt, I'm going to go a little bit more wild. I can't wait to come back and share that design with you. But in the meantime, make sure you do check out my brand new class, Millie's Favorite, over on our website, peaceandquilt.com. Have a great day, everybody.